UFC 300. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. I'm looking forward to talking about each of the matchups on this card after seeing the fighters on the scales. So make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on and make sure to share the video as well. And also note, I will be live for the entire UFC 300 fight card Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss the fight companion. I can't wait. And let's get into our first fight of the night. We got Deiveson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. I have been picking Deiveson Figueiredo throughout the whole week. Cody Garbrandt definitely has a puncher's chance in this fight, especially with this $300,000 bonus. If these guys look to bring heat right away, a knockout artist like Cody No Love is going to be dangerous against anybody at bantamweight. But I think like 8 times out of 10, Figueiredo's the better man. I don't think Cody Garbrandt has his chin back. I personally feel like he took on 2 of the worst bantamweights in the UFC, 2 scrubs in all honesty. Compared to Deiveson, they can't hold the jockstrap. And now he's taking on the former flyweight champ who looked really good in the debut at 135 against Rob Font, a guy that had a lot of success against Cody No Love. I think Deiveson Figueiredo is going to end up knocking Cody Garbrandt out. Now we'll check out the scales. Let's look. Cody No Love looks in great physical condition. He looks really good. I can't shame him. The beard is fucking lined up. He looks like a savage. There's not much hate that I can give to Cody No Love here, but I don't think the chin holds up. He's got a little bit of a thinner beard. I don't know. That punch resistance might be less because of it. This Deiveson Figueiredo shredded to the gills. The dude looks lean and mean and ready to kill. And Brazilians with blonde hair tend to do very well in MMA. So, I don't know. I think Deiveson Figueiredo still got this. Now, we got the face-off, which was honestly just a lot of like jittery movements by both. They wouldn't stay still, man. For me to get this screenshot, it was like a damn workout for me. But I did pull it off. I managed to get a little something. They face-to-face. They went after it. Listen, you see that Cody No Love's a little taller. He doesn't have a reach advantage, though, because he's got very short arms. I think Deiveson Figueiredo can win this fight by knockout. That's still the pick. 2 times out of 10, though, Cody No Love catches him with a big shot. But I think this time, in reality, Figgy's got a real chance to win. Unless Cody Garbrandt is 1,000% back to form, which isn't common for guys to look like they fall off and then come back better, Figueiredo should win. Now, he's a big favorite at minus 310, and Cody looked really good on the scales. So maybe a dwindling bit of confidence for Figgy, just a tad post-weigh-in. But I'll tell you something, guys. Post-weigh-in, at times, we can get a little paranoid after seeing fighters on the scales look one way or another. Nonetheless, I think Deiveson Figueiredo has a legit chance for knockout, and I think he's the more well-rounded guy. Minus 310, money line. Minus 180 for an over 1.5. A knockout win for Figgy's plus 135. Decision is plus 275. I'm going to pick Figueiredo, and I do still stick with my original call of KO in this fight here. I think it could be quick, man. I think it could be under 1.5. When you got $300K on the line for performance bonuses, it changes the game. I'm going Figueiredo by knockout. Should be a lit fight. I can't wait to see what happens. Next fight on the card, we have Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. I've been picking Bobby Green to box up Jim Miller all week. Shit, that $300K bonus makes you wonder, though, are these guys going to swing even harder and maybe push the pace more so? And a Bobby Green knockout could be there. Jim Miller's got a solid chin for sure, but Bobby Green's got some pop in his hands. He dropped Grant Dawson with 1 punch. He's got knockouts in the past. Now, granted, Bobby Green is more of a decision king. I'm thinking Bobby gets it done on the scorecards is the official call, but I'm contemplating feeling the underside of every damn fight with a $300,000 bonus on the line. This changes the damn sport. Let's check out the scales between these two. Jim Miller, Mr. USA himself, wins at UFC 100, wins at UFC 200, and now looking for his win at UFC 300, which I'm not predicting that he gets. Bobby Green looks like the king of the hood. He really does. He looks like the true king of the hood, bro. Ghetto superstar. Bobby Green's a savage, man. Look at the beard lineup. I think a lot of people are overlooking into his loss to Jalin Turner and thinking that his lights get shut off, so they're going to get shut off here. There's a different level with Jalin Turner than Jim Miller. Bobby Green is going to win this fight. I don't believe in the superstition, at least not in this fight here, of Jim Miller just being a superior being at UFC 100 number events. I don't buy into the bullshit. I think Bobby Green's going to touch him up, and I think Bobby Green may knock Jim Miller out. With 300,000 on the line, they're going to let it go. I'm going with Bobby Green. I don't think Jim Miller's the dude to dust him, and I think Bobby's striking will be looking good and ready for 3 rounds. Now, in money line, minus 180 for Bobby. Jim Miller is plus 155, and under 2.5 is only plus 100. Damn. Green by knockout. It's upwards of plus 300. My official pick is still Bobby Green by decision. It's just, you guys got to understand, with the 300K bonus in line, things kind of morph and shift, and maybe Bobby Green by knockout ends up coming to fruition because both guys are looking for it more so. I'm very interested to see how the fighters perform and deliver and how these fights are with $300,000 bonus as opposed to $50K bonus. I think a 6-figure bonus could be a permanent thing. I don't think it's a bad idea. 50K is nice, but 300's 1,000 times better. Fuck. 100K would be pretty good for every damn card. Just an idea. Just an idea. Bobby Green, the official pick for the win. I'm taking him over Jim Miller. And I think he ends Jim Miller's, streak of the 100, 200, but a failed 300. Third time, no charm. Next fight on the card, we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. There's a battle of Brazilians in the strawweight division. I think Marina Rodriguez is so much more sophisticated in the stand-up and also hungrier. Now, it's weird because she's a lot older than Jessica Andrade, but Andrade is the fighter with way more matches, way more miles. And that losing streak, she looked gone. She looked gone. And now, Jessica Andrade is back. She beat Mackenzie Dern, a girl who's known for absorbing a lot of damage and has horrible striking. Jessica Andrade was still kind of swinging recklessly, just searching for the KO. I don't think she looked good. Marina Rodriguez is going to touch her up in the stand-up. I got to tell you, Marina Rodriguez by KO is ringing in my ear louder than decision now. The confidence at the press conference and the 300K bonus. I don't know how many times I'm going to talk about that 300K bonus, but it's fucking major, man. And I do believe it changes things. There's Marina. She looks in good shape on the scale. There's Andrade. She also looks in good shape. The biceps are fucking enormous on Andrade. Holy shit. Holy shit. Jessica Andrade with the fucking peaks. Let's get this face-off up. You can see Marina Rodriguez, the taller girl. Both girls confident. Yeah, Andrade has bigger biceps. Andrade is more intimidating. I just don't know where she's at up top. Performance of it looked like shit for her as of recent. Even a win against Dern, it was a lot of reckless striking. Marina Rodriguez is polished, and I think Andrade is going to walk into some big shots. I'm going Marina Rodriguez, and I'll be lying to you if I'm not thinking there's a chance of KO. I think this fight could go under 2.5. Andrade is minus 130 the favorite. Marina's plus 110 the underdog. Under 2.5 plus 115. Rodriguez to win via knockout. Up at plus 400. And it stayed there. That line hasn't really been attacked yet, but it won't blow my mind. It won't. Andrade walks into shots. This Yan Xiaonan fight beforehand, she walked into bombs. And it was like, not that she looked like she was throwing the fight, but she was just swinging wild, hoping. Whereas Marina Rodriguez is going to throw to land and know that she's going to land. I like Marina Rodriguez now. I think she's more primed than Jessica Andrade. I think she's on her way to winning the fight. We're going with Marina Rodriguez. Because of the 300K bonus, we're calling it a knockout. I'm expecting some unders here. Some inside distance. Next fight, we got Jalin Turner versus Renato Moicano. I've been riding with Jalin Turner all week, and if there's one fighter that I don't think strays away, I sound like I'm from England saying that. I don't think Jalin Turner strays away from the game plan. I know that he'll be happy to get a big bonus, but I think that he's going to be focused on a technical fight with Moicano, finding openings, fighting off takedowns. Moicano, I know, wants a big bonus, and, maybe taking some big damage and getting a comeback submission would be his key to winning. But I just think Moicano in the striking is at such a speed disadvantage. Then you add on top of that a range disadvantage. Then you add on top of that a power disadvantage. And then you add on top of that a durability disadvantage. So Moicano needs this fight on the floor. But Mateusz Gamrot was having a hard time taking Turner down. And if you're talking damage and control, it was minimal. Jalin could have got that decision. Jalin went to war with Dan Hooker in a great fight. Dusted Bobby Green with ease. I think Jalin Turner is going to take money Moicano. I've been picking it all week. It's just, I won't lie to you, when you hear Moicano on the mic, how the fuck do you not want him to win? It's just, I really see Jalin beating him. I hope to be wrong in this one, but betting-wise, I don't. So really, I guess I don't, but it sucks. I would rather Money Moicano win if you're talking about it as a fan. There's Money Moicano flexing on the scales. Front double. There's Jalin Turner looking fucking shredded out, man. Skinny shredded. That's Jalin Turner's physique, man. All right, let's get to the face-off. Let's bring up this damn face-off. Boom. There it is. There's the face-off between these two savages. Intensity was high. You can see Turner with the height advantage. Both guys are coming to kill, but I got to go Jalin Turner. I'm not going to stray away from my pick just because I like what Moicano said at the presser, or if I'm excited to watch him fight as a fan. I'm telling it as I see it. Jalin Turner is a substantially more effective striker, and I do think Money Moicano's in trouble. I think he's getting slept. Plus 175 is Money Moicano. Turner is minus 205. Looking at the knockout prop here, Jalin Turner by KO is only minus 135. Under 1.5, minus 125. Under 2.5, minus 285. If you get minus 130 on under 2.5, if this is real, that's great. I think Jalin Turner is going to end up dusting him. I think so. I think they're going to bring the heat. I think Turner will stay on his feet well. And I think he can get some big shots landing, some ground and pound, maybe a TKO. I don't know if Money's going flat out, but I think he gets stopped in this fight. Expect some elbows from Turner. I'm seeing him ripping elbows inside and just giving Moicano a lot of difficulty on the feet. Jalin Turner for the finish. Next fight on the card, we got Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopes. I've been going with Diego Lopes all week. Why? Because it's Diego fucking Lopes. I mean, come on. Come on. I think he can sub up Sodiq Yusuff, but Yusuff has very good power. He's really explosive and athletic. In the first round, he is hell to deal with. But Diego Lopes, I think, has that thing. That thing, bro. Something about him. I don't know. His debut against Movsar doing that well. I see him beating Sodiq Yusuff. Let's look at the scales. Let's see. How do these guys look? Weighing in. Diego Lopes was that emo kid growing up who just somehow turned into a Chad later on, and now he's just a badass, bro. Look at the fucking flow. Look at the gains. Sodiq Yusuff, you know, looks okay. I don't know. Kind of bland in this picture. There's no spice on Sodiq Yusuff's face-off over here. There's nothing for him, or his weigh-in, rather. Maybe there's spice at the face-off. You'll see in 1 second. I'm bringing it up. Man, I don't know. I imagine if we brought these guys back 15 years, they're in 8th grade, okay? Both of them are in 8th grade. Sodiq Yusuff, maybe a misunderstood kid. Diego Lopes, a little dorky, maybe emo-esque. I don't know. I could see these guys being friends in some universe. But if they were to fight each other, let's say they had beef over something, I think Diego Lopes would be the kid that strangled Sodiq Yusuff. I see it back then. I see it when they were in grade school. Maybe it happened. And I see it now. They're fighting for money now. So we finally get the answer. I think that we're going to see Diego Lopes get it done. I think he's taking Sodiq Yusuff out, man. I think submission is live here. I think he gets that neck, cranks onto it, forces him to tap the fuck out. I'm going with Diego Lopes for the dub. I got to, man. I got to. Sodiq Yusuff has got his goofy flow, but he's got some big power. So if you fuck around on the feet, you could get caught. But I think Lopes is choking him. Looking at the odds here, Diego Lopes minus 135. Yusuff is plus 115. Okay. Under 2.5 minus 160. I think so. Win by submission for Diego Lopes is plus 275. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's it. Diego Lopes for the win. Emo Savage. Emo Savage Diego Lopes. He's a bad motherfucker. Next fight on the card. Ladies going after it. We got Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. I've been riding with Kayla Harrison all week. Holly Holm is 42, guys. 42.5. Come on now. Come on now. I think Kayla Harrison has a big grappling advantage. We just haven't seen somebody with the level of takedown efficiency fight against Holly Holm inside of the UFC. And I think that Kayla Harrison is going to be successful with putting her on her back, and I think she's going to be held to deal with from top. Let's look at the scales, because I got some things to say about this Kayla Harrison weigh-in. Jacked. Absolutely jacked. Stacked with muscle. Freakish. Holly Holm. Shredded out. Looks good. Okay, let's bring up the face-off. How do they look side by side? Because in that picture, Holly looks really jacked, as does Kayla Harrison. But when you look at the side by side, it's Girlrilla versus Holly Holm. Can I tell you something? I don't see those type of biceps in girls very often. And this right here might come across as a harsh accusation, but I've been in the gyms a long time working out, and the only girls I know that look built like that are taking PEDs. Specifically, they take an Anavar. They're popping them. Now, Kayla Harrison is getting drug tested by the UFC, but she's absolutely stacked to the gills. Could she be the one of one genetically? Absolutely. But the dryness of her looks Anavar-esque. Looks like a little PED action. I don't know. I'm not saying it's absolutely true, but I don't think my eyes deceive me too often when it comes to things like that. I'm kind of thinking not natty. But if you're passing USADA or you're passing whatever the drug testing protocol is now, I don't give a shit. It ain't my place. It's just something that I noticed. I'm like, man, she looks like a bodybuilder girl. Like a girl that competes. That's crazy. Kayla Harrison, she's going to win. She might get a ground and pound stoppage. She's talking about the elbows. I'm actually really excited to see it. If she goes out there and beats the shit out of Holly, it's crazy. Also, let's talk about how Kayla made weight at 135 when she was an Olympian at like 171, 172, and then she fought in MMA at 155. Now she's 135, and it seems like she's got all the same muscle size. It doesn't make any sense to me. Not computing. Badass, though. I'm rooting for her. I'm picking her. Kayla Harrison's a big favorite in that minus 400 range. Holly Holm plus 360. As good as Kayla looked, guys, she ain't losing here, bro. My confidence in Kayla's jump. She's going to bully Holly, yo. It's the end of Holly Holm. She's not taking out Kayla Harrison at this point. This Kayla Harrison might be the best version that we've ever seen of her. KO TKO plus 350. The elbows, if you're thinking about it, that under, I'm telling you, every fight might be going under. Under 2.5 is what? Minus? No, it's plus 105. Normally with Holly Holm fights, I'm like, decision's a lock. It's just what I wonder about this bonus. But you know what? I think truth be told, Kayla Harrison on the judges' scorecards makes a lot of sense. And even with the bonus on the line, that's kind of what I see coming to fruition here. Because I think for her, when she's on top, controlling, maybe the thought of bonus, it is what it is. Throw it out the window. I want a damn title shot and a guaranteed win. Kayla Harrison to beat Holly Holm in what should be a damn sick debut. Next fight on the card, Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. I've been going underdog Calvin Kattar all week, but I've been excited to see how does a featherweight Aljamain Sterling look. Well, we're going to check him out on the scales right now. Let's see how he looks. Featherweight version of Aljo? Looks fucking stacked. This is as jacked as he's ever been. Look at the width of him, man. The biceps have grown. The traps are more there. The delts are big. This dude looks scary because grappling strength, there's a correlation with being pretty stacked with muscle, especially in your lats and back, and good grappling strength. And Aljo looks stacked. Now, Calvin Kattar looks jacked too, but doesn't have the same width and thickness as Aljo. Calvin Kattar, primarily known for the boxing, even though he was a wrestler at one point of his life. Now, let's look at the face-off, the side-by-side. What does that tell us? Is Aljamain Sterling a legit UFC featherweight? Yeah, because he looks thicker than Calvin Kattar for sure. It's just, can he land the takedown? Can he climb the back? Calvin Kattar's notoriously good at defending takedowns. He hasn't been taken down since 2019, and it was one time. 2 takedowns landed on him ever in his UFC career. And I know people have talked about Aljamain don't need a takedown. And I'll say the same. He could just climb the back and find the rear naked choke. Nobody's been doing that to Kattar, though. I think Calvin Kattar's a scrappy dog. And this is not an easy fight for Aljamain Sterling at all. That's why I'm still going to stick with Calvin Kattar as an underdog. But Aljo looked really good on the scales. And for me to discredit him, nah, not going to happen. Now, Kattar's a dog at plus 144. Aljo's the favorite at minus 164. If you're on the underdog, but maybe you want to hedge a tad, Sterling by submission doesn't blow my mind at plus 325. But I'll tell you this. If Calvin Kattar is stopping those takedowns from Aljo, Aljo's getting lit up on the feet, and there's a chance that he's getting light shut off. I'm going Calvin Kattar by knockout win. I'm picking him to get it done. I think he's going to bring the heat to Aljo. I think he catches him with big shots. I know Aljo looks good. He's jacked. But Calvin Kattar's a savage, man. Let's see. If Aljo pulls off a sub, God bless him. But I'm going with the underdog Kattar, which would be a pretty crazy fight. I'm actually really excited to see what happens when these two clash inside of the cage, because a ton riding on it. Last time Aljo, one shot against O'Malley put him down and out. Granted, that was 10 pounds down. Is his chin going to be better? Definitely possible. And he's the former champ. A win here over Calvin Kattar. Aljamain Sterling's in the mix at 145, like without a doubt here. But we're going with Kattar to win as an underdog, but it's a fucking fight. Next fight on the card brings us to our featured prelim of the night. Is Jiří Procházka versus Alexander Rakic, and I have more than just a bet on the line. I got the beard bet on it, okay? Rakic is my pick. I called him the lock of the week, and I said, if Alexander Rakic somehow loses this fight, I will shave my beard on live stream during the fight companion. So make sure you're watching, especially for this fight right here, because if things go sideways, I'm a man of my word. I'm getting the fucking blade out and trimming it all off. I'll be baby-faced AJ, maybe mustache AJ. We'll see. We'll play around with the different styles if it happens. But I'm telling you something. I got a real good feeling I'll be going like this throughout the whole main card. After Alexander Rakic puts it on Procházka, Rakic is very well-rounded. He can mix in takedowns too. I see Procházka getting touched on the feet. Well-timed takedowns from Rakic. Control. Unanimous decision. We'll see what happens. 300K bonus on the line, but Rakic is another one. He fights safe. I know 300K would be nice, but I think a UFC win is his main focus. Procházka might be going for that bonus, but because of that, he could put himself out of position. Takedowns land more so if somebody's throwing wide shots, landing awkwardly, and then maybe some well-timed shots from Rakic, some well-timed tie-ups even. Doesn't even need to get him to the floor, but garner control time against the cage. I think Rakic is going to pull it off, guys. Battle of Europe. The winner's the king of Europe, even though Procházka kind of wanted no part of the title. I'm still calling it the King of Europe title. And I think that we're going to see a win for Alexander Rakic. Now, there he is looking stacked on the scale. Incredible shape, what you expect from Rakic. Procházka looks pretty solid as well. He looks jacked. I don't know, kind of weird blocky midsection. Like this to me looks like if Homer Simpson had a full six-pack. I don't know. It's just the way the torso goes up is weird. I don't think he always looked like that. Looks more bloated than I've ever seen. Am I delusional? Let me know in the comments. He looks like, I don't know, almost like the HG8 gut is filling out. Weird. Palumboism developing. The early stages of looking like Big Lenny. If you don't know who that is, just Google him. All right, let's look at the face-off between my lock and one of my favorite fighters in Procházka. I'm picking against a guy that I adore as a fighter, but I don't care. I got to go with what I'm feeling. And I do believe Rakic is the better man, and that's why I'm willing to risk the beard for it. There's Rakic facing off with Jiří Procházka. Intensity is through the roof here. Both guys are going to bring it. I think you're going to see Rakic pull it off. Not an upset, actually, because Rakic is the favorite. He's sitting at. No, he's not. The line is flipped. I got the underdog. Oh, and now it flipped right back to Rakic. But depends where you go. Minus 105, minus 115. Essentially, what I'm seeing is even money down the center for this fight. It's a damn 50-50 maybe, but it's a lock for me. So I'm seeing something. I'm going Rakic for the win. I believe it. I'm not fucking around by picking it. I believe it. Over 1.5, minus 170, 100%. That's what I'm feeling. Rakic to win a decision, plus 250. Rakic to get it done, win in the fight. If he's injury-free, I do think he beats a legendary Jiří Procházka in a good scrap. And I'm very excited to watch it all unfold. Rakic for the win. Beard bet on it. So tune into that fight, companion. Let's jump to our main card opener. If you haven't yet, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And what a fall off from the feature prelim to this. We got Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Yes, they are trying to put Bo Nickal in a premier spot to hype the legacy, or I guess legacy is really not the word to use. Hype the potential legacy, hype the prospect. I'm picking Bo Nickal, though. Come on. I'm not picking Cody Brundage. I'm going with Bo Nickal. Brundage has already shown he's a flawed fighter. We haven't seen it yet from Bo. He's destroying everybody he fights. Maybe this won't be different. And maybe, Brundage overhand rights him and sleeps him, but probably not. Probably not, man. I think Bo Nickal's going to win. I'm thinking submission. Let's check these dudes out on the scale. Let's see. Let's see how they look. Brundage looks decent. I mean, he's in shape. Not all inked up. Bo Nickal looks very Bo Nickal-esque. Minimal emotion. Doesn't say more than he needs to in the pre-fight. But, hey, ready to fight. And then let's look at this face-off between these two. Now, Brundage has said he wants to expose the holes out of Bo Nickal's game. Is he the guy to do it? I think no. Neither guy looks all that impressive physically. This is the first time Bo Nickal has fought somebody that actually has a pedigreed wrestling game. And I'm curious to see how that stacks up. Is Bo Nickal going to look to bang and strike? Does Bo Nickal take him to the ground and win by sub? We shall find out. We'll see the level of Bo Nickal right now in this fight. If he destroys Cody Brundage, then I think we know he's actually pretty legit. And I think he is. I'm going with Bo Nickal to win this fight. Now, as far as the odds, looking at them facing off, you think it's an even Stevens fight. Odds-wise, minus 1,600. It's a fucking joke. Plus 850, bro. That's a fucking joke, man. Way too wide. Because the likelihood of success for Brundage here is, more of a margin percentage-wise than a fucking plus 850. Over rounds is plus 275. Can you imagine we go distance here? Somebody's getting rich off this shit. Plus 550 for an over 2.5. Brundage by decision is plus 1,600. Holy shit. Nickal to win by submission, minus 130. A KO's plus 135. The fuck are you even doing trying to prop bet this shit? Brundage by knockout, plus 1,800. Can you imagine Brundage just outworked him for 3 rounds? Just showed him a different level? Like, I think I'm going to be sitting here fucking flabbergasted if that happens. Brundage is putting him on his back, beating him up from top, garnering control time. I got to take a sip of my drink because I'm so flabbergasted at the unlikelihood of that. It's a fucking fever dream. I'm a little hot in here. If it happens, though, I might shit myself. So, we shall see. We're going with Bo Nickal. I'm going sub officially, but the odds are stupid. Next fight on the card, we have Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. I have not wanted to be more wrong with the prediction all night, maybe all year, probably all year, than this fight right here. I'm going with Arman Tsarukyan. I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I really want Charles Oliveira to win this fucking fight, guys. I do. It's just, I feel like with Arman Tsarukyan being willing to follow Oliveira to the ground, potentially landing takedowns, and then actually being a pretty solid striker too, it's going to be tough to deal with for Charles Oliveira. I always worry because you look at his wins, he's always taken a lot of fucking damage. I guess besides the Beneil Dariush fight recently, but Dariush's chin seems gone. I know Oliveira is the one that chinned him first, but Tsarukyan also chinned Beneil. I'm going with Arman Tsarukyan. But guys, come back to this one. And let's pray that Charles Oliveira wins. I hope that I have jinxed Arman Tsarukyan. And because I'm picking him, that he's destined to lose. I think the MMA God should listen to me right now. I want to take a loss here, prediction-wise. Can I at least pick the loss that I get? I'm going Arman Tsarukyan to win. Give it to Charles Oliveira. Hardcore fan in me wants fucking Oliveira all day. But I see Tsarukyan as a difficult stylistic matchup. And that is why I'm going Arman Tsarukyan. And I hope that he turns out to be completely overrated and gets dusted by Charles Oliveira. Double fingers crossed. I really want to be fucking wrong. Please. Please. Please let me be wrong here. All right, let's look at the damn scales. Arman Tsarukyan. The dude is fucking shredded. Holy fuck. Charles Oliveira. I'm going to be rooting so hard for Charles, man. I don't care about the prediction being wrong. I hope that I am. It's Oliveira team all day. But I think that Arman Tsarukyan might ground and pound them. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see this face-off. Bada bang, bada boom. There's the face-off. Smiles from both. Charles Oliveira looks like he's got the glow to him. He might be getting a knockout. I hope he gets a knockout. Like, I almost just want a fan-sided pick flip, but I won't do that. Because if I pick flip to Charles Oliveira, I will be cursed, man. He'll be destined to lose. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm going with Arman. I want to get to the next fight already because it's getting me close. No. Minus 225 for Tsarukyan. Plus 190 Oliveira. Let me calm myself down. I'm fine. I'm picking Tsarukyan. Yep. I'm picking Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan to win by TKO. Plus 1. Oliveira plus 550. I'm telling you, I'm not fumbling my words because I'm messing up talking. I can do this all day. It's because I'm feeling all kinds of ways inside as far as being torn. I am not betting any money on Arman Tsarukyan. And if you are, I hope you lose. Okay? Yeah, my pick's going to be wrong when Arman Tsarukyan loses. That's why I'm staying with it. I'm not jinxing Oliveira. We're going with Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan to win. TKO plus 160. Money line minus 225. I don't even want to talk about it. I hope that the Oliveira bettors all win. I'm staying off Tsarukyan. I'm staying off. But I am picking him. I think he pulls it off, man. Oliveira is susceptible to damage. Tsarukyan's got a dangerous top game in wrestling base. He's young and constantly improving. I'm a fucking asshole, man. I'm picking Tsarukyan. Damn it. Let me get to the next one before I start fucking crying on stream. All right, next fight on the card. Our featured bout of the night. We got Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. I'm picking Max Holloway here. I think he can win as an underdog against Justin Gaethje. I think he can touch him with good shots. It's all, though, dependent upon how does he defend these damn calf kicks. I got to pop his in real quick, guys. After my Oliveira meltdown, I need to take some breaths. Regather my damn self. Holy shit. I'm going with Max Holloway, though. If he can stop these Gaethje leg kicks, he's going to outbox him for 5 rounds. Gaethje don't have the hand speed or the volume of Max Holloway. I don't see it. I don't believe it. It's not true. Max Holloway should win this fight. Now, as far as the face-offs, let's check these savages out. Let's see what we're looking at. Full-size Max Holloway at 155 looks a little bigger. Not a ton, but a little bit bigger. There is Gaethje, looks normal-sized. I mean, there don't seem to be much of a size difference between these two. Let's look at the face-off here. Let's see. Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje face-off. Like I said, they look about similar size. It was like a going for blood type face-off. These guys know what's in store. And I think that somebody gets seriously hurt. But I hope they'll go distance and both win $300,000 each for fight of the night. Max Holloway promised violence when he was interviewed by Joe Rogan. And then Gaethje said there's going to be the best live show on earth. I actually really love that shout. It's a good line. Best live show on earth. I fuck with that a lot. He guarantees it. And obviously he's thinking about the title because that was kind of mentioned in the question by Rogan. But he said he's got to get through this one. If not, there is no hope of title as my eye burns from the sweat leaking into it. Holy shit. This fight right here, though, I think high probability fight of the night. High probability fight of the year. High probability best fight we've ever seen. And I'm going with Max Holloway to win. Upset, the BMF title, new champ, savagery. Plus 126 Holloway. Gaethje minus 146. Over 3.5 is minus 170. Over 2.5 minus 250. I do think we're going over 2. Holloway by decision is plus 250. I don't think Gaethje knocks him out. Plus 130 is way too low. Max Holloway's chin is legendary. Gaethje's got power when he swings wide, but Holloway's not easy to hit with that wide shit because he's very down the center and he reads shots really well. He claimed to be the best boxer in the UFC. I do think his boxing's up there. Justin Gaethje's got great leg kicks, and he's got power in his hands. But if Max can defend those leg kicks, Gaethje is in for a very long night with the Max Holloway boxing. And that's what I'm banking on. We're going Max Holloway for the upset. New BMF champ. I can't wait for this fight. Co-main event of the evening. We got Weili Zhang versus Xiaonan. I've been going with Weili all day to get the win. She should be the better fighter overall. The takedown should be timed. Control should be timed from top. Potential for submissions to be locked up for Weili. I see Weili getting it done. I see Weili getting a huge W against Xiaonan. Xiaonan hits really hard and she's got good striking, but I just think Weili is too well-rounded and she's not outgunned in the stand-up by any means. Let's look at the scales between these two ladies. We have first Xiaonan in very good shape, looks very intense. Weili throwing the heart out, looks quality, looks ready to go. Nothing really crazy to say about the scales. Battle of China right here. It's all on the line for these Chinese ladies. This right here is the face-off. They look ready to go. A lot of mutual respect between both of these girls all week. Yan actually spoke a little English in that pre-fight interview. She said, "See you tomorrow." She's so excited. It was a good English attempt. "See you tomorrow." I don't know. My accent might not be on point, but it is what it is. "See you tomorrow." Weili on the opposite side. She shouted out the crowd too, which I liked. I like that she did that. Las Vegas. I feel like I'm talking in a fucking Russian accent when I do it. I don't know. On camera, I got to work on my Asian accent. That's something for 2024. She shouted out a fight with Joanna and Jacek as one of the greatest fights ever. And honestly, I got to say, I just respect her, like, shouting out the crowd in English and learning some English. Like, it's developing nicely. The language game is solid there. Now, does anything about what I'm saying change my opinion on the fucking fight? Nah. I'm just kind of rambling. I thought I'd come in with a better accent. But I don't know, man. I gotta step up my my fucking Chinese accent for the people. That's something for 2024. Weili's next offense, it will be on point. I promise you guys. Weili for the W. I think and still. Minus 510 for Weili. Plus 385 for Xiaonan. Let's see here. Weili by sub, plus 350. She could sub her, but decision's live too, plus 200. Disgustingly wide favorite, but Weili should exploit the grappling of Xiaonan. She got TKO'd by Carla Esparza a while back, and I think that she could be in trouble here with Weili Zhang. So I'm riding with the side of Weili to land takedowns, garner some control time, and ultimately get a pretty dominant win. So for the win, we're going with Weili. I think she's the right side here. Let's go. Next fight on the card is our main event of the evening. It's Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash the likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm going with Poatan Alex Pereira. I think he's looked like the damn boogeyman all week, staring into Jamahal Hill's soul. I feel like the left hook is going to land. The calf kicks are going to be a factor. I'm not sure Jamahal Hill's 100% recovered. Now, a lot of people give Jamahal Hill shit about a less than impressive physique, but when you look at these damn weigh-ins, you can't shit talk too much. He's got a 4-pack. He's in very good shape for this fight. This Pereira on the opposite side looking jacked. I don't know how the fuck he made 85. He looks huge. Looks like a damn giant. Let's look at these guys going nose to nose. Pereira came out in the native outfit, and Jamahal Hill, he looked like a enraged pit bull. He was very emotional, staring him down, talking, moving all around. Pereira just looked like a stone-cold killer. I really think that when Jamahal Hill stares into Alex Pereira's eyes, he feels something that he's never felt against any other opponent before. Like he's questioning himself going in, like, why the fuck is this guy's aura so scary? It's like he's dealing with a real-life murderer on the opposite side. You just feel that energy of a straight killer. With this whole get-up, too, for Pereira, it's not even needed, but I think it looks badass. He was stone cold. Jamahal Hill was high-strung, high energy. Now, Jamahal Hill seemed very excited, a little nervous, though. He said he's fired up in that interview before, Rogan let him go. And he said, tomorrow, this is everything. He said that he's got a fire inside of him after vacating the title. We'll see how he does. I don't know. He was talking a lot yesterday. He seemed hyped up, but I know he's a high-energy guy, but it seemed like there was tension inside of him. Pereira on the other side, I mean, he don't speak in English, so they quickly translated. But he said something powerful. He said a few days ago, Hill played the nice guy and asked for an autograph. Yesterday, he said what he said. Then he said, tomorrow it is what it is. I think that's what he said. The translator, sometimes it's like you can't fully understand them when they're not the professional translators. It's just, Pereira, I think his manager, his boy, good friend of his, that was translating for him. I'm 99% sure it's the manager. I think Poatan's going to knock Jamahal Hill out with a clean left hook and flash KO him. People go fucking crazy and still champion. And I'm damn hyped for it. I'm going with Poatan. Jamahal, I'm telling you, comes in with that rear hand low. His footwork's not optimized. The leg kicks will be there with either leg. Alex Pereira is an extremely good striker, and I think at 205 he's better. Minus 130 Pereira, plus 110 Jamahal Hill. I'm going with Poatan, Alex Pereira to get it done. Pereira to win via KO, plus 110. Pereira to win, second round knockout is plus 575. Plus 5,000, no shit. Plus 575. I'm kind of feeling a second round KO. I think you'll see Pereira working some leg kicks in the first round. Hill coming aggressive with big shots, but Pereira evading well and even stinging Hill back. And then I think those leg kicks will continue to work. And I think in the second round, that left hook from Pereira shuts Jamahal Hill's lights off. I don't think we're going distance here. I think somebody's getting knocked out. And I think that somebody is going to be Jamahal Hill. To win UFC 300, I got Alex Pereira in the main event of the evening. The dude is an absolute killer. That Easter Island head, I also think his chin is better than people give it credit. Like, I know he got knocked out clean against Adesanya. He got rocked against Adesanya. That's at 85, and he looks like a huge light heavyweight. How the hell was he making 85? Blows my mind. Listen, guys, we're not done just yet. We got one more section. We got to talk. Some parlays to play. I'm very excited. What are we thinking? Now, initial thoughts, Davison Figueiredo, Jalin Turner. That's not fearing the weigh-ins, right? Because after the weigh-ins, you see Cody Garbrandt look jacked. You see Money Moicano bring the intensity. Maybe you're feeling a little fear inside of you. I fully understand that, but I really have to look at the matchups pre-weigh-in to really know in my heart that the better technical guys should get it done. Marina Rodriguez is a live underdog, plus 330 for this little three-piece. Now, an alternate, Bobby Green should win. I really believe that he should. Bobby Green with Rakic is what, plus 205? Kayla Harrison, too, plus 276. Not great, but something. I'm going to clean the slate again and keep going. I'm looking for 2-3 fighters before I get into the chaos. Yo, this card's intense to parlay up. Diego Lopes to get it done with Kayla Harrison. You got plus 115. It's not all that good. It's actually pretty underwhelming. Diego Lopes, Max Holloway, plus 300. Plus 318, really. Lopes and Rakic, lock and savage call, close money plays. Diego Lopes straight down the center with Bobby Green, plus 172. Maybe some of you guys, though, don't like Diego Lopes on your lineup, but you're feeling Bobby Green, and you like the lock. So those two together brings you to plus 205. And then if you add in the steam of Davison Figueiredo and Jalin, you got some big plus money calls. You throw underdog Marina Rodriguez, now you're really on fire for the night. And if you add Max Holloway on top of that, plus 3,000 range, holy shit. Now, if you're going forget lines and just off confidence, right, which, I'll exclude the Bo Nickal line because it's not even going to move much. I do think Weili wins. I do think that Kayla Harrison wins. I do believe that we see a W for Jalin Turner. Plus 117, though. I'm fighting for all this. I got all these damn fights and only got plus 350 for all of them in there. Now, if you throw one dog in, it spices it up a lot. But you can play it safer than throwing all these fighters on your damn line. Plus 1884. As I do it, I'm like, yeah, you're a D-gen, bro. You're going straight D-gen mentality. I feel like Jalin Turner and Bobby Green's a good parlay. Plus 128. Add in underdog Marina. Something feels good about this. Plus 400. Add in Rakic. Yeah, plus 879. I think this one's pretty damn live. I do. With the $300,000 bonus, these overs are scaring me this week. Because that's a lot of fucking money to be made. That could change the style that people are coming out. Now, we could go under 3.5 in this fight. That seems like a lock. Under 3.5 in this Pereira fight? Fuck. If this fight goes into the 4th round, that'd be crazy. Pereira just at the top, plus 1661. Little Holloway savagery, plus 4,127. The confidence dwindles when I start going psycho like this. But overall, I think play it intelligent with your parlays. 2-3 fighter is your best way to profit. But sometimes you got a lottery ticket up. That's how life goes. Bet intelligently, do some research if you're actually throwing some heat down. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this UFC 300 weigh-in recap show. Make sure you guys all smash the likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I got daily content. It's not just the weigh-in show. I got videos throughout the week, betting place type videos, prediction type videos, and then obviously news, reactions, live streams, and more. So you don't want to miss it. Fight Companion tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Keep it locked in right here at MMA Experts. Turn on the post notifications if you guys haven't. And don't just put them on personalized. Put them on all so you don't miss a video. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Much love to everybody watching. If you got nothing to say in the comments, but you just enjoy the content, especially because it's UFC 300, drop a W in the chat to boost the algorithm for your boy. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.